Assalamu alaikum. This is lesson 20 of Quran subject matter, and the topic is clouds. The Holy Quran is primarily a book of guidance and wisdom. However, we find therein numerous verses of a scientific nature. In Surah Al-Ghashiya, chapter 88, verse 17, we read, "Do they not gaze at the clouds, pregnant with water, and observe how they are created?" With regards to the noun ibl, it denotes, as a rule, camels. However, one must remember that it also signifies clouds, a meaning which is preferable in the present context. Hence, there is every reason to assume that the term ibl relates here to clouds, due to an allusion to the miraculous cyclic process of the evaporation of water, the skyward ascension of vapor, its condensation, and finally its precipitation over the earth is definitely more in tune with the subsequent mention in verses 18 to 20 of the sky, the mountains, and the earth than would be a reference to camels. However admirable and noteworthy these animals may be. Hence, the above verse advises us to reflect and study the formation of clouds. There are various types of clouds: Cirrus Clouds, Stratus, and Cumulonimbus Clouds. Stratus clouds are grey and blanket-like. This is a cloud spread out in shallow, parallel layers. When a uniform layer of cloud is fairly low above the ground, about half a mile, it is simply called stratus. These types of clouds are described in Surah Rum, chapter 30, verse 48. It is Allah who sends the winds and they raise the clouds. Then does He spread them in the sky as He wills, and break them into fragments, until thou seest raindrops issue from the midst thereof. Then, when He has made them reach such of His servants as He wills, behold, they do rejoice. The latter part of Surah Nur, chapter 24, verse 43, also describes cumulonimbus clouds. And He sends down from the sky mountain masses of clouds, wherein is hail. He strikes therewith whom He pleases, and He turns it away from whom He pleases. The vivid flash of His lightning well near blinds the sight. Cumulus Clouds. These clouds are described in the first part of Surah Nur, chapter 24, verse 43. Do they not see that Allah makes the clouds move gently, then joins them together, then makes them into a heap? Then will you see rain issue forth from their midst. These are massive piles of clouds with an even base, resembling piled up fleeces of wool, or volumes of a condensing steam from a locomotive, or a cauliflower. These are clouds formed by day and are more commonly in motion than at rest. Cirrus Clouds. These are thin, feathery, white clouds high in the atmosphere, often seen on fair days. They are composed of slender crystals of ice called spicules. Their average summer altitude is about 6 miles and are often forerunners of storms. Refer to Surah Nur, chapter 24, verse 43. They are due to upward air currents in a cyclone extending nearly to the stratosphere. Listen to the Holy Quran. And He it is who sends the winds as heralds of clear tidings, going before His mercy. And we send down pure water from the sky. Surah Al-Furqan, chapter 25, verse 48. And by the sky, which gives the returning rain. Surah Al-Tariq, chapter 86, verse 11. In the above verses, our Rabb points out a very significant fact which remained unknown to humans until many centuries after the revelation of the Holy Quran. We now know that surface and ocean water, through the heat of the sun, evaporates, turns to clouds, condenses, and returns to the earth as rain, and that in an ever recurring cycle. This process is called the water cycle. The line then joins them together in Surah Nur, chapter 24, verse 43, has far reaching scientific implications. In 1752, Benjamin Franklin proved the electrical characteristics of clouds. Some clouds carry a positive charge, while others carry a negative charge. That brings us to the end of lesson 20 of Quran subject matter. Jazakallah.